Now we are going to discuss further about the technology forecasting. So we have the second method wherein technology monitoring, which can be used for monitoring breakthroughs through forerunner events. The major steps involved in technology monitoring are scanning. It involves collecting as much information that is available on the particular field of technology. As we need to forecast, so before that, we need to collect all the information which is required on a particular field of technology. The information, what are all the information which is required? The information required could be research plans and developments, environment of the technology, benefits of technology, human skills and responsive capabilities, manufacturing plans, etc. Then filtering involves screening or filtering unnecessary information obtained in the previous step, thereby retaining relevant information required for forecasting. So as the name itself indicates, we are filtering. It involves screening. So in the previous step, that is when we are scanning it, we will collect all the information which is required. But in filtering, what we do, we will going to analyze this and we will going to come to a conclusion wherein we want only these type of things. The rest of the things can be eliminated. So thereby retaining the relevant information required for forecasting. Then comes the development and utilization of ideas. Ideas subjecting the relevant information to detailed scrutiny and evaluating them by a group of forecasters as to their usefulness to trigger a newer activities in the organization. The forecaster will be in a position to advise the decision maker to embark on new plans for initiating appropriate action in areas like R&D, production, marketing, diversification of product range, etc. Technological monitoring serves as early warning device on threats to existing products or process or service, or may provide signals on opportunities for few products, process or services. So it gives an technological monitoring serves as an early warning device on threats of existing products, process or service, or may provide signals and opportunities for new products, service and process. So that means we have for the existing it will going to be a warning, for future it will going to be a proper opportunities to develop. The disadvantage of this method, it is very cumbersome. Data collection is a tedious job and the time consuming task apart from the necessity for data storage. So that means so the disadvantage is because once we need to collect all the information that is scanning, so naturally we need to have a lot of questionnaires, we need to ask the people to get interacted and then get the data which is required. So naturally it is a very tedious job because perception differs from one person to the other person. So naturally the data collection becomes very, very cumbersome. And also it is a very tedious job and time consuming task. Apart from necessity, of course, once we need to collect the data, so naturally the data collection becomes a huge requirement. So it becomes a data storage. It is suitable for large companies or industry associations or government. So that means any private manufacturer will not be able to benefit out of this because of the overheads. It's going to be a large companies or industry associations or government. Now the last one is a trend extrapolative method. It makes use of historical data on selected technological parameters for projecting the future trends. So once you have the historical data on selected technological parameters. So it will going to provide a projecting for future trends. The methods uses extrapolation of a graph of a known, available, and used technological event for the data is available. The basic assumption in this regard is that a large number of interesting or interacting forces which were influencing the past trend will generally continue to act in the same way, unless there are obvious reasons to expect a change in the true due to introduction of new efficient and reliable inventions or developments of processes methods. So this is the actual graph curve parameters of performance on the trend of extrapolation forecasting. So this is the curve what we're going to get. Past performance trend, that means it is going beyond this and beneath this projected performance trend. So that is at this point. T0 is present level of performance and TF is projected level of performance. So then there are two types of extrapolation based on the rate of progress of past behavior. One is the linear method and the other one is exponential method. A linear extrapolation is used where a linear growth function is predicted. So that means y is equal to mx plus c. The trend is explained using the linear equation y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope. Here a into x of I plus b, where yi equals value of the dependent variable in this ith time period. Small xi is equal to value of the independent variable in the ith time period. So value of the dependent variable in its time period is yi, and xi value of the independent variable in the ith period time. And a and b are constants obtained by the method of sum of squares and minimizing them for the projected extrapolation. Then we have the exponential method, that is e to the power of x, which is used where certain technological capabilities and parameters grow exponentially with time. So the exponential growth curve could be assumed to be in the form as y suffix I equals a capital A into b to the power of x suffix I, where yi is the value of the variable to be estimated, xi is the impact value, and a and b are the constants to be estimated as tested before. Then we have the substitutional technique. It involves extrapolation the rate of substitution of a particular technology or process by some other recent innovatives, efficient, reliable, and cost-effective technology. So these are the main things which is required. So innovative, efficiency, reliable, and cost-effective technology. So these are the substitution techniques. The functional rate of distributions of a new technology for an older technology is proportional to the remaining amount of the older technology left to be submitted. So that means according to the Fisher and Pry, 1 of f of dft by dt will be equal to 2a into 1 minus f, where f is a fraction of new technology or the extent of the substitution and 2a is the constant. So then we will go into, in our next video, we will go into discuss about the growth curves.